Wall charger plugged in there.
When we do shit like this, we are throwing up fire alarms.
Want to know how you can tell everybody going through it right now?
Conspiracy theory that you 1000% believe in.
I want to hear something terrifying. The prophecy of the popes.
So last week I was featured on the Drew Barrymore show for this skin hack that I cannot believe you guys don't even know about.
TikTokers are ditching Botox injections in favor of rubbing banana peels on them. The fruit does contain antioxidants, so Christine...
You take the inside of a banana peel and rub it on your face. It helps to moisturize your skin, helps to prevent wrinkles, and people are actually using this instead of getting Botox. Just rub it on your skin for about a good minute. If you have a little dryness on your nose, get that as well. Get underneath your eyes. Do not forget your neck. Protect your neck. This is something that people never focus on. Let it sit on your skin for 10 minutes and then remove with a warm, wet towel. After that, I use a couple of drops of my favorite moisturizer. And look at this. There's no makeup. There's no foundation, baby. All glow. Damn.
Wow, that is good to know. I have hyperhidrosis. I still feel like I need the Botox, but hey, maybe the banana peel is all you gotta do. Rub it everywhere where you sweat. I'm sorry. Welcome back to Explore the Weird. We got more goon stuff. We're gonna go through the For You page yet again. Get ready for more disturbing, creepy, weird, everything. All right, let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's go to the mountain.
In case you didn't know, the #1 disease and cancer-causing agent is known to be pesticides that they're putting onto our fruits and vegetables. They're trying to kill you. To demonstrate this, I'm going to put some of these grapes in each cup. Pesticides have been linked to many different birth defects, causing cancer, causing ADHD, autism, neurological disorders. There's all types of stuff, okay? And what they're doing on purpose is they're putting this stuff, they're covering our fruits and our vegetables, especially our grapes, okay? So first, we're going to let these soak with some tap water, which is what most of us do. But now on this side, we're going to let these soak with this special water from my holistic medical device, okay? It's alkalized living water. Has the ability to break down and emulsify oils such as pesticides. After letting these soak for 5 minutes, we're going to see what comes off. This is what came off when we used tap water. Not much. Now this is what came off when we used the strong alkalized water from my holistic medical device. Wow, you guys see that? Look at the difference, okay? This is pesticides, chemicals that will destroy the reproductive system, your immune system. Better health is one change away.
I feel there are pesticides in both cups, even though the tap water doesn't show that there are. Hey, just because it's clear doesn't mean there's no pesticides. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean there's no pesticides. Yeah, never heard of this holistic device that's giving him this living water, but alkalized water is a thing. Just scrub off your pesticides. That's what you got to do.
The wall charger plugged in there. Reading power. The phone here. Not reading any power on it. Plug it in. Oops. Got power running all through it. You see your hand. Careful. You see your hand. Turn your hand over. Okay, don't hold on yet. Let me see your hand. Turn it over. Okay, now hold her hand. Let go. Okay, do it on your own. Okay, let go. Touch her face.
Bro, some of the sounds was coming before she even touched. I feel like there's just EMFs everywhere, and definitely some people emit better EMFs than others. And if you're near technological devices, I guess it's even more. Stay safe! Stay safe!
Well, I've talked about the sun being weird lately. More on this in a minute. And yes, it's real. I was on Twitter this morning, and I came by this post. And in this post, he is literally saying that these tomatoes are cooking from the inside out. Like, you can literally smell them being cooked. What's going on? I don't ever remember a time in the past where our vegetables got cooked in the garden.
Here, same thing's happening. They're burning and turning to goo. Like they're being cooked from the inside. Here's another one. This thing was completely fine yesterday. Overnight, that happens. It's all burnt right there, literally singed. And you can smell it. It smells like a cooked tomato. It's really, really weird. But it's true. That guy from Georgia wasn't lying. Think about what the sun's doing to you. It's doing this to a tomato.
That's crazy. I think we've all noticed a huge difference in the sun, especially the way it makes us feel. I'm part Cherokee, and every summer I get dark brown. I've been in the sun for hours so many times, and it's done nothing to me. Not to mention, I've literally showed you guys where things are burning down outside that otherwise would not normally burn. And this record heat wave we're having, this was like in China or something. Bizarre. And with the crazy sun and crazy heat, look at all these freaking fires. And also in the last few days, someone took a bite out of the sun. It's just, y'all, it's weird. It's not normal. And we're not even gonna get into the magnetic field right now.
Oh man, another sun one. That's it. YouTube suppression's gonna begin. So goons, make sure you interact now more than ever. Alright, so Moon Henry may be a little bit misinformed, or the guy that made the video is misinformed. I actually do gardening. That tomato is going through blossom end rot. Like, it is a true thing that happens. You can even see in some of the leaves in the back, they were kind of yellowish. That means that plant needs calcium, magnesium. Let's get the end rot. It can go away, like, and your tomatoes will be fine soon after. It'll affect a few tomatoes in the start, where it starts rotting away, which is what's happening. It's rotting from the inside. It's blossom end rot. It's a real thing that gardeners can rectify if they add calcium and magnesium to the thing. This guy may know that and just trying to fearmonger us. I am into gardening. I'm telling you, it's not just tomatoes, zucchinis. Literally, it appears like a shriveled, rotting, cooked from the inside type thing, but it is not. It is completely normal. But if you don't believe me, start gardening yourself and then tell me I'm wrong. All right, we're gonna keep it going.
I can't be the only one who finds this a little bit suspicious. Yesterday, internet outages all over the United States. Also, all the top AI platforms were down. ChatGPT was down, Perplexity was down, Gemini was down, Claude was down. And maybe one of the craziest things to happen, a New York Stock Exchange glitch. The New York Stock Exchange glitch that led to wrong stock price drops and trading halts for 40 stocks, including a 99% drop in Berkshire Hathaway's Class A shares. All of these things happened within a 24-hour period. What?
You know what's crazy? At the time of recording, it's even worse. It's even worse. This guy made the video back in June. It is now August 5th, almost 2 months later, and it is far worse than when we were there. So that AI glitch may not be related, and we just going down. People are waking up and realizing, hey, we're too inflated. All right, we're going to keep it going.
So there's a very big difference between our store-bought tomatoes and our homegrown tomatoes. And no, I'm not just on about the taste. Our homegrown tomatoes naturally ripen on the vine. So as they ripen, we'll pick them individually and eat them fresh. So what makes the supermarket ones so different? So they're gone through what's called ethylene oxide rooms, and they're ripened artificially by this gas. So that means they're picked when they're green, and they're artificially ripened by this gas during transportation, which gives them a longer shelf life when they hit the supermarkets. So where you have artificially ripened fruit comes with a loss of nutrients as well, and one of them worth mentioning is lycopene. Lycopene is this amazing antioxidant, and it has many health benefits, including reducing cardiovascular disease. It's great for our eye health and our bone health. And guess what? You're not going to get it from artificially ripened fruit, but you'll get it from naturally ripened, homegrown vegetables.
Oh wow, that is crazy. I never knew that. It definitely speaks volumes. Now I'm gardening. I actually wait for my tomatoes to ripen. My tomatoes taste great. I feel like they taste better than the store. I'm telling you guys, goons, start gardening. Even if it's a small, tiny bed with one plant, that's enough. You start with one, then you keep expanding.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people from my last video saying that nothing's coming, nothing's gonna happen, I'm paranoid, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell you like this is where I'm working, okay? I'll read that. That's where I'm working right now. The man who owns that company, I'll say Elon Tusk. You know, y'all know Elon Tusk. Find the rhyme, the rhythm. He has us working 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week. I'm an electrician. I wire up all the machinery that they're using to build the trucks. I'm wiring up all the machinery that they are using to build these robots, okay? We are working 12 hours, 7 days a week. I have worked for TikTok. I have worked for Amazon. I have worked for Samsung. I have worked for Fortune 500 companies all year. Nobody is pushing their people like this, okay? 12-hour shifts. He is trying to complete this for something. I promise you, bro, soon as these robots go online, it will kill 80% of the job force. All you people driving trucks in restaurants who don't think this can happen in Japan, they already have robots serving tables. They already have nurses that are being robotically projected from monitors to help patients. Your job is not safe, okay? 80% of the workforce will be killed by these robots. And as soon as he puts these AIs inside of these robots, I promise you, bro, they will think, be smarter, faster, and they do not need to sleep, bro. We call in. I called in 3 days ago because I worked 6 days straight. Robots don't do that, and that's what they are pushing for, bro. Have you sitting at home with the real ID, with your Fed Now money, taking free governmental universal income, slave, bro. Victim to the system, bro. They do not want you out here moving how you want. They do not want you collecting resources. They don't want you to do anything without their knowledge, bro. They want to track every transaction. They want to track your whereabouts. They want to know what you're thinking, bro. And all they want to do, it's that mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is taking things that should not be for money or for sale and making them for sale, like your soul, love, things of that nature, bro. And y'all say that it's not coming, bro. It's right around the corner. I promise you, bro, this is coming. Where I'm working right now has proven that. This man sends drones on the top of the buildings, drones inside the building to count how many people are working at all times. This is not a game, bro. I'm telling you, this is just his company, bro. Imagine what they're doing. Like Facebook, all these companies are together. They're acting like they're competitors. They're not. They all have one agenda, bro. And each of them are doing their part. I promise you. I need y'all to really think about this, bro. They're building bulletproof trucks with robots. I don't know if you've seen it, but look it up. Recently, a guy just got pulled over in Dubai by a Cybertruck police, and it had a robot in it, and the robot gave him a ticket for using his phone and not being buckled up. And they sent the fine to his phone. I promise you, bro, these cars are not for normal civilians. You do not make bulletproof trucks for civilians. He is going to supply and fleet out the military and the police force, bro. We will not be able to run and hide. They've already stopped making V8 engines in trucks, and the Chargers are no more Hellcats or Hemis being produced. They're all V6s. We will not be able to escape this shit, bro. I promise you, bro, these robots are gonna take your job. They're going to be police forced. They're going to be the new revolution, bro. And we're gonna be on our asses like Idiocracy. I promise.
Bro, would we all stop working at the same time? Would we all like just come together and be like, well, the robots have taken over and now we have nothing else to do, so let's just lay around and take the government assistance? Like, wouldn't we all just like be like revolting? Or is it truly going to be Terminator times? These are the things I'm starting to wonder. What's going to actually happen? What's going to actually happen? Sounds like this guy's living and he's definitely seeing what's coming. And, you know, many people are raising alarms. Hey, robots are coming. AI's coming. Our jobs are going to be replaced. What do we do now? What do we do now?
When we do shit like this, we are throwing up fire alarms all over our body. Our blood is balanced at 1 teaspoon of sugar. So if you look at this chart here, this is what the food breaks down to in your blood. Now they're using table sugar as an example, but when I say blood sugar and blood glucose interchangeably, it's the same word. Glucose is the more medical terminology for it, but it all breaks down to glucose. The Snickers bar you eat is the same glucose as the cup of basmati rice you eat. Okay, it's the same glucose. Same with the meat you break down. All the same glucose in your blood. 1 cup of basmati rice is equivalent to 10 teaspoons of sugar, okay? Look at the potatoes. Look at the spaghetti. 1.5 cups of spaghetti, of pasta, you could fit that in 2 hands. So you can see here what the problem is. Our blood is balanced at 1 teaspoon of sugar. When we do shit like this, we are throwing up fire alarms all over our body. We got to get this glucose down, and the body gets excited about it because guess what it can do? It can turn that glucose into fat really easily.
Yeah. So stop eating sugar so that way your fat doesn't get stored and your body starts eating itself in order to get the energy it wants. Or eat the sugar, eat the basmati rice, eat the pasta, and now you are even ready and fit for the next time you need to use those energy reserves. You just do healthy things. Just do healthy things.
You think I'm kidding. I'm trying to help you before it's too late, and I'm talking in every way. I know a woman who lost her job. Her severance is dried out and she's been on 4 interviews. I'm talking for hours at a time. And that's just for one company. It's been countless, only for them to tell her she's not the right candidate. And that's not the crazy part. The crazy part is that she has friends that work for that company in particular and have 8 people doing the job of 13. And they have not replaced one. It's like they're carrot dangling a light at the end of the tunnel for these 8 employees that are doing the job of 13 with no intentions of even hiring anyone. So wake up before it's too late. They want you sick. They want you broke so they can control you even more. You don't think you can make ends meet now? If you're watching this, it's for a reason. This income opportunity that I was praying for, it was an answered prayer, has brought my family in almost $200,000, and I've been able to help others make way more. Everyday people, thousands of dollars a day from their phone. It was just named the highest paying field. You can do it anywhere in 1 to 3 hours a day. Average beginner salary, $177,000 a year, and I've already surpassed that in less than a year. Message me the word ready if you are ready to escape the matrix once and for all.
Bro, I have no idea how this lady's making that kind of money. It almost sounds like a multi-marketing pyramid scheme or something, like where she's at the top, so she's getting the most, and everyone else that joins is going to be getting way less than her. But you guys, you figure it out. You figure out your own financial decisions. It sounds like she's figured out one way. You may need another way. Not just because it works for her doesn't mean it'll work for you. Yeah, the robots are coming. The robots are coming.
Want to know how you can tell everybody going through it right now? Look, $10. $10. What does this one say? $20. $10. Look, what else we got? $15. Who else? $19. Hold on. Oh, we got somebody rich right here. 43. What else? What we got over here? $10. Boy, $25. Boy, it's real out here, boy. Boy, folks out here struggling, man. Nobody want to say nothing, but...
Bro, people are struggling. We have to start realizing we can only take so much, but you can't just bend over and, like, let them keep letting the rates go up. You know, at some point, we can only have so much, guys. It's all coming together. Things are happening. Things are happening. People are suffering. And when people are suffering, people start revolting.
Holy smokes, you're not going to believe this, but...
You almost became a dinosaur, and the news is not telling you how big this event could have been. You almost became a dinosaur, meaning a thing of the past. And the news is not telling you guys how epic this event was. What am I talking about? Yellowstone National Park, right? They said there was an eruption, an explosion. That volcano had an explosion. And it wasn't the big one, but it was something that hasn't happened in many, 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 many years. Guys, we are being distracted while something happened a couple days ago that could have ended everything that's going on right now. I want you guys to go look up what scientists have said, what would have happened if Yellowstone, that volcano, would have erupted. We would not be here talking about politics. Be here talking about people, cops doing dumb stuff. We wouldn't be talking about none of that because me, you, the animals, everything on this planet would not be here. Guys, I've had a reflection, a revelation since that day.
Wow. It definitely appears like he's seen the things. He's seen the things, and he knows that the Yellowstone National Park and that volcano is a super volcano. And when it does, finally give out and, you know, there's more and more explosions, bigger and bigger, it's coming. The end is near is basically what he's insinuating. We'll see. We'll see. I'm ready to transcend. I'm ready for the Great Reset. I'm ready for another All right, we're going to keep it going.
Angela Carini was facing off against an Algerian opponent named Imain Khalif. And Khalif had previously been banned from another major boxing contest before the Olympics. The IOC defended the decision to allow not one but two boxers who failed the gender eligibility test at the 2023 World Championships to compete in Paris. Imain Khalif of Algeria was one, and Lin Yuting of, well, they say Chinese Taipei because it's the only way that they can get Taiwanese to participate, were disqualified from the World Championships. And the International Boxing Association president said at the time that the DNA test proved that they had XY chromosomes and thus were excluded. Some of the people who were defending Khalif were saying, oh, this is just Carini being a sore loser. It's a dude, XY chromosomes. Now, some people are trying to argue that, well, Khalif has female reproductive organs but has XY chromosomes. I don't believe you. I totally don't believe a single one of these people.
So what is this lady gonna do? Start undressing them to verify for herself? You get out of here. You get out of here. I think they ended up saying that that lady was a lady and wasn't what they were saying. I don't know. You know what to believe. At this point, Olympics are interesting. Olympics are interesting.
Conspiracy theory that you 1000% believe in.
Oh boy, do I have one for you. I believe that ancient civilizations were actually more advanced than we are today. And the reason why we don't have any hard physical evidence of it is because they lived in accordance with the earth. They didn't produce any non-biodegradable waste. Their science was based off of what was already provided by the earth, and they were much more consciously aware. But the biggest part of the conspiracy is I think that the people in power right now, they know this and they won't tell the public, because then we'll start living like these ancient civilizations did, and the system at which these powerful people gain more power will crumble.
Maybe the ancient civilizations are still civilizing and they're not ancient anymore, and one day they're going to come back to visit from the Hollow Earth or from planet Nibiru or some other place. They're going to come in and they're going to say, all right, we're going to keep it going. I'm spiraling.
I want to hear something terrifying. The prophecy of the popes.
Oh boy.
This book in the Vatican archives predicted every single pope from 1143 all the way to our current pope. But the scary thing is, after Pope Francis, the last one, it just says Judgment Day.
Oh gosh.
It literally ends after Pope Francis?
Yes. The creepiest thing, inside St. Paul's Basilica, bordering the whole inner sanctuary, is a picture of every single pope. But what's weird is that there's only a certain amount of markers where you can put a picture. There's one left after Pope Francis. They have always said once that last slot is filled, it will be the end of the world. What he predicted, the time it took to go from the first pope that he wrote about to the halfway mark was 422 years. And he's saying from the middle one to the end, another 422 years will be the end of the world. If you do 422 in the middle pope, which was 1585, that year is 2027.
Dang!
It's even weirder. Pope John the 23rd, he said that the end of the world would happen 2,000 years plus Christ's life. So that adds up to 2027 as well.
It's all going down. You guys ready? You guys, maybe it's Yellowstone that's finally going to wipe us. We don't know what's going to be the thing. It could be, hey, we elected a new pope and now that's it. We don't know what the event's going to be, but they're saying the event is near. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Kingdom, and this is the greatest mass awakening of all time. We waited 26,000 years in the age of Aquarius to wake up the entire world. I'm so happy that I didn't tap out on life, that I stayed the course, and that we're here to wake up the world and bring people together and unite. This is it. Extraterrestrials are real. I'm an extraterrestrial. Yes, I was born here, but my conscience is from somewhere else, and now we're waking up in the middle. Pleiadian starseed. This lifetime, but in general, we're all one. That's really the main point. Nobody's better than anybody else. We just vibrated a different frequency. We played this game many times, and now this is our last incarnation. Waking up the world, heading home.
Wait, this is the last reincarnation. What happened to the guy's soul that was in that body? If the body was there and the consciousness is different, what happened to the other guy's consciousness? Is he still in there? Did he transcend somewhere else? Did you make him disappear? Oh boy, we are in the Matrix. We are in a simulation. We're gonna break free. We are goons. We are gonna win.
Do you wear a lot of silver? Or have you been attracted to silver plants, like this silver dragon or this silver sword? I removed 5 of these copper rings from my hair, and recently I've been drawn to silver. The frequency of silver is shielding, just like colloidal silver is shielding physically. The energy of silver is shielding spiritually. This one's called philodendron silver. Copper is known to be energizing and conductive, while gold or pyrite is known to heighten or increase energies, and silver is grounding, protective, and shielding. Wearing metal jewelry allows us to absorb the properties of these minerals into our energy body. You can also listen to the frequencies of these different metals and minerals. Did you know silverware is supposed to be silver? Most silver nowadays is made of stainless steel, which steals your energy, and silver kills werewolves.
Wait, silver does kill werewolves. It can be Harry Potter world all over again. We're gonna find the people. We're gonna find the fays. Wait, it doesn't have to be Harry Potter world for the fays. Fays are real in our... Silver is antibacterial, yes. And they are replacing the silver with sterling. Stainless steel, basically, I guess. That's just coded. It's just coded. You stop it. Get the real antibacterial stuff. It may be more expensive, but you'll thank me later. Even I don't have it. All right, we're going to keep it going.
I feel like there may be something wrong with my brain because I don't get nostalgia. And when I say I don't get it, I mean it both ways. I don't feel nostalgia about the past, and I don't get why other people do. And I'm not talking about having happy memories of your childhood. I mean the overall sense that the past was better or more real somehow. Because I grew up in the 80s, and if you asked me to describe the past in one word, I would say that it was dirty. And I mean that in a literal sense. Go watch any movie that was actually filmed in the 70s or 80s and just notice how grimy everything is. Go look up the film The French Connection on streaming, and they didn't decorate New York to look like that. That's how it actually looked. And people smoked everywhere. You used to be able to smoke in restaurants. You'd be sitting there trying to eat, and the smoke from the next table would just waft into your eyes the whole time. But just in general, I feel like nostalgia is an ugly feeling. I feel like it always takes people to a dark place. Because it is a longing for something that you specifically cannot possibly have, which is to go back. There are infinite ways your life could turn out, but the one thing that we know for a fact is not going to happen is that it is not going to be 1986 again, or 1998, or whatever your favorite year was. And in fact, it's even crazier than that, because even if you could get into a time machine and go back, you would find that the past is not... People talk about the 80s and how great they were and how people were just better to each other. It's like, do you have any sense of how accepted bullying was back then? Like in school, if you were being physically bullied and you told a teacher, they would tell you to stop tattling. Do you know how completely accepted it was for men to abuse their wives? Like, that didn't get you ostracized from society. There are jokes that if you told them today would get you fired from your job, that back then were common. You could hear them on network TV. Yes, of course I miss some parts of being a child, but what I miss most is not having any responsibilities. That I could just sit there and play a video game or watch TV and I didn't have to go to work. But asking for an adult life like that is exactly as silly as asking for time to reverse itself, because obviously I could only do that because other people were out there working. I could only watch television because somebody was working in a factory where they made televisions, and other people were digging coal to burn at the power plant to give me electricity. So that too is kind of an ugly desire, to be able to sit there idle and soak up the work that other people are doing. That's fine when you're a child, but you're not a child anymore. And that society broadly was smaller and meaner and dirtier. It was more real only in the sense that water in a mud puddle is more real than what comes out of your faucet.
This guy is definitely looking at nostalgic events in a pessimistic way. I almost feel like it's not just necessarily, hey, what he's experienced and how dirty things were, but like the idea of like back then, ignorance was bliss. You weren't concerned about all the roles and responsibilities you have now. It was a much simpler time that, you know, we just enjoyed. It may just be, hey, we sat around doing nothing, but that's the point. That's the nostalgia. Now we got roles and responsibilities we need to keep doing in order to keep ourselves functional in a society where the systems are against us. We're going to keep it going.
No, you didn't. So, the military made us get this chip in our wrist. Let me see what it's a scar. It's a little scar right there. My husband doesn't believe me, so I'm going to play with my hand. No, you don't. Yes, I am. You have to have it in your wrist. to do is connect my debit card to it.
You didn't pay?
Waiting for your transaction to complete.
What the fuck?
Yes, you do. He does not believe me. That's why I'm recording. You don't believe me. Give me this.
They been had that. You ain't never told me.
Baby, wait, you look at the bag down here. You don't understand how far technology is coming. So I already signed the paperwork. Yes, we're gonna get one in our baby's wrist, but they can't get it until they're 3 years old.
Bro, this lady is definitely drinking the Kool-Aid. If you feel you need that chip in order to pay for your stuff, then you get the chip if you need it. But if you're making these decisions on behalf of your children as well, I mean, can we wait till they're older and they consent? Like, this just feels like weird parenting just to force them to do this. Like, I don't know. You are your own parent. You figure out what you need to do. But this lady was ready to do it for a 3-year-old. All right, we're gonna do just 3 more. I also don't know if this one was true as well. Like, she did touch her wrist before she did the thing. She could have placed something there and tried to trick her husband or something. And then again, we know these chips exist. Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna keep it going.
This is the type of shit that genuinely fucking disgusts me. This is one comment out of thousands, 1,000 comments on a post about Social Security benefits that's only been up for 2 to 3 Americans are stating that they make less than $1,200 a month on Social Security or disability. The average cost of rent is $1,372, and they're making less than $1,200. I have been working since I was 14 years old, paying 12% of every fucking dollar I earn into Social Security. So my fellow fucking Americans can get $977 a month, while fucking Israel gets $26 billion to commit a fucking genocide. If you're not against the genocide, at bare minimum, be against the misappropriation of our Social Security fucking funds. After this woman pays rent and health care, she's left with $177 to pay all her bills and feed herself. But that's above the poverty level. So guess what she won't be getting? Fucking food stamps. Meanwhile, they're cutting programs like Action for Children that subsidize the expense of daycare for hardworking American parents. The average cost of daycare right now is $36,000. The average income, contrary to what they say, $56,000 pre-tax, not counting the 12% they take out for Social Security, so they can give people like her $977 fucking dollars. Wow.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start paying our citizens at some point, otherwise everyone's gonna be in debt. This is a failing system. This is a failing system. All the systems are failing. All the systems are against us. All the systems are putting us into debt. So be the right goon. Do the right thing. Figure out an alternate way. Not everything needs to be government assistance. You may need some assistance on your own to live off grid. All right, we're gonna do 2 more.
You can't believe what the food industry is telling you. Whatever it says on the package, believe the opposite, because they have an incentive to put wrong stuff on the package. I'm part of numerous lawsuits suing the food industry for deceptive advertising, misbranding, mislabeling. 70% of all of the items in the American grocery store are misbranded or mislabeled. They say no added sugar, but in fact they put in apple puree or raspberry puree or evaporated cane juice. There are 262 names for sugar, and the food industry uses all of them.
What the heck? No added sugar, but the sugar is in all these cane juices and stuff? And purees? Wow, that is crazy. Sounds like this guy's making a boatload just suing all these companies and making it all the money. He's fixing the things, but they're still using the tactics against him. Hopefully at one point we all know all the mysteries and the truth is just labeled just right there. Hey, this one contains red 40, stay away. Wait a second, they tried to do that in California with like, this product creates cancer, and now every single freaking thing from California says, hey, some article in California says this product has things that can cause cancer. I'm like, oh my god, where are the products that don't cause cancer? Sounds like everything from there is under this. Sorry. One more. We're going to do just one more.
My degree is chemical engineering, and in my heat transfer class, I learned that if you built a house underground, that you wouldn't need to heat and cool it. Check this out.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh.
Because if you bury it, it's 65 degrees year round. I wanted to have an upper level entrance just to make it cool, and from the street you have no clue what you're walking into.
Dude, that looks crazy. It just looks like a hill, and then you actually go inside, there's a full house under there. That's 65 degrees is a good temperature, especially when you got sweating problems, you know. I could benefit from that. All right, we made it to the end, guys. How'd you do? Lot of waking up, lot of interesting things that are happening around us. Hopefully you goons are staying smart and effective and doing the goon things. There should be videos on the screen right now. Click on either one of them. Continue your goon fix. The one in the middle, you can subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.